Teen Sports listeners. I am your host, Erica Calder, the Queen of Teen at KCSB AM 1290. We welcome you all to join us
every single Tuesday
at 9 a.m. right after the news. This is a whole hour of Santa Barbara teen athletes and all the people and all the wonderful businesses that support those athletes. That said, I'm looking right at her, my health coach. Yes, I'm getting out of spandex. I actually wore something that had a button.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I had a button. And you know something? Because usually you blame the dryer when you pull something out of the dryer, right? And like, whoa! I didn't have to suck it in. I had to lay on a bed. I didn't have to do nothing. I just
Excellent.
Buttoned it. I didn't have to lay on the bed. I didn't have to arch my back. I had to do nothing because I got the best health coach. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing great,
Dominique
Erica.
Hackett. Put your hands together for Dominique. Woo! All right. Well, you know, this is the best part of the show for me because, you know, the mantra that you give, it fuels me. So what's the fuel for today?
Nice. So I have two thoughts for you this morning.
You could only use one. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
No, the first one is because a lot of people live with cats and dogs. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but when your cat or your dog wakes up in the morning, what's the first thing that they do?
Meow.
They yawn, And what else do they do? They stretch. Bingo. So if we would wake up in the morning and take a cue from our animals and have a good, gentle stretch before we get moving, you can even stretch while you're lying in bed. That is so healthy for your body, and it just gets you moving in a really beautiful way. So that's my first mantra for the morning is stretch first thing in the morning.
Nice.
Take a cue from your cat and dog. And the second is drinking hot tea. Now, my kids know anytime they say they have an ailment, my first comment is, well, have you had a cup of tea? So anytime that you can start your morning with a nice, gentle, some warm water or hot water is really nice on the body. So.
Sweet. Dominique Hackett, give me some contact information.
My contact information. You can contact me via phone, 805-290-6000.
Nah, I like that. How did you get such a cool number? I mean, you know, honestly, the numbers that I see today, forget it. That's why they can give the most awkwardest numbers because, you know, have the cell phones and everything is memory loaded. But it's
yeah, I
nice.
think I have my number from when cell phones were installed in cars and made the car an extra ton.
That's very funny. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you, Dominique. To your left, and she's back. Before I even say who she is, let's put your hands together for Nimita. Nimita has been out for a while, but she comes back in such a big, big way. I started getting my food again because, you know, I'm on this health thing, and my coach Dominique said, you know, when were you the most happiest? I said, honestly, I was the most happiest when I was eating Nimita's food. She goes, well, then go get Nimita's food. So then when we hooked back up again, I mean, you know, she's expanded Nimita's cuisine. Now she's got a food truck and she's got this monster kitchen going on and she's just all over the place. I just like hanging out with you.
Oh,
because people goes, Nimita! I hear this yelling in 5 points. Nimita! I mean, just
That's why I have you over for tea to my house.
That's it. How you doing today?
Doing great. I actually just came back from self-care. I had a massage at Quizibella today.
Nice.
Very nice. This massage therapist was extremely intuitive, and it's just nice to be in those calming rooms, you know?
Quizibella is awesome. It's one of those places you want to go. You say Teen Sports Radio, 10% of your bill goes to the challengers. Hey, put it together for Quizibella. Yes. Woo! We love Chris. We love her. So tell us what's going on with the food truck.
Well, we're actually located with a really good brewery called the Telegraph Brewery. I'm quite proud to be there.
Nice.
Their beer is exquisite. It's gourmet. It's not the kind of beer you just want to drink at a party. It's one that you want to enjoy with food. So we're very busy in the kitchen right now making tapas for the food truck, which is a whole new line of products.
Sweet.
And yeah, never a moment of boredom. What can I say?
Okay, so if anybody wanted to get you, because you have a delivery service, okay?
We do.
I pick up because I like your tea. So, but if you wanted to get delivery of your amazing food, what do we got to do?
Well, if you sign up for the newsletter on my website, Nimita's with an S, it's important, cuisine.com, there is a newsletter that goes out every Saturday that you'd receive once you sign up, because I never know what I'm cooking until the farmers bring me the veggies on Friday.
Nice.
So since we work with seasonal produce, I put out the menu on Saturday that you receive, and then we deliver to you on Monday for free, since we support Meatless Monday.
Nice.
And it's a way for us to give back.
Describe your cooking, Nimita, because a lot of people say, Indian food. I mean, they don't really get it, because actually you're Ayurvedic, the way, I'm not saying it right, but...
Yeah, it started totally with the Ayurvedic brand, which I think I've talked about here and there with Dr. Andrea here too, about Ayurveda. But it's an ancient technique to cook, incorporating spices for medicinal benefits, so not only just for flavors. So yes, I mean, that's how the cuisine originally started, was to provide healing food for those people in recovery, mainly, whether through chemo or through surgery or just wanting to get back on a health kick again.
Or if maybe you have to go to the bathroom 3 or 4 times a night. It does work. It cures that. I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
That's
okay?
not meant to do it that way.
Yeah,
is it?
I don't know why I was having issues, and then I went back on Nimita's food. I know it is sugar. No, I know. It's about the sugar. I got out the sugar, and I started Nimita's food, and I'm all better now. Thank you. I love you.
Well, no, it's expanded, Erica, since then, as you know, because right now I would define it as a fusion of what we do with the farmers' veggies that come from our local market with a twist of Indian food. We still maintain our Ayurvedic line of products intact, which you'll see in our menu, because my integrity is still rooted to that system. However, we're preparing kale coleslaw, and kale is not really heard of in India. So there's dishes that we are incorporating, like a red quinoa tabbouleh. We know that quinoa is more a Peruvian grain, and yet we're bringing it into our cuisine because of so much gluten intolerance that's happening now. So we basically attune to the needs of the palate as well as to the changing bodies due to the environment, and fuse it into something that tastes good and is good for you.
Yeah, and you constantly need to give back to kids. I mean, you hire teen athletes for your food trucks. You're always giving away the free cooking classes, and Teen Sports Radio just loves you.
Well, thank you.
Kumbaya. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we got enough of you. Okay. To your left, we got Joan Calder. Hey, Joan, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm great. I just got back from a little trip to my sister, and it's not eating like you guys have been talking about. We've been having serious food. It was like, trashing machine when everybody comes together and they're eating mashed potatoes and meat and pork, and so I'm not exactly fitting into my genes like maybe
spandex.
You are. Spandex, yeah, absolutely. But I got to tell you, I went to see some fabulous lavender fields in Upper Door County, which is Washington Island, and met some friends from college and had just a wonderful time.
Nice.
Wonderful time.
And I know you brought a great guest today who's in the quiet room. Who'd you bring today?
I have a fabulous guest, Bruce Hale. He is a best-selling author.
Ooh.
He started out as a self-publishing author, and now he is published by Disney, HarperCollins, and Scholastic.
Nice.
And I just finished reading his book, Playing with Fire.
Nice.
And it's he calls it maybe middle school or kids, but it's great for anyone to read. It is a page turner. Every time you come to a chapter, you think you're going to take a nap or you go to bed, and then, oh my God, I got to see what's happening. So now I finished the book, and now I see I got to buy the next one because there is more to it, I suspect.
Did you share with him that your book, Airplanes in the Garden, is being taught in China by Tiffany Foster?
I didn't share that, but yes, I've heard that last time I was here. So
and I had lunch with her, and she definitely is. I mean, she's teaching the Chinese professors, where she's going to the University of Beijing. So that's her job, is to teach the Chinese their professors' children. And yeah, she's reading that book to them. So I'm just saying,
that sounds great.
That's how we roll here on Teen Sports Radio.
Airplanes in the Garden. You can look up my website, airplanesinthegarden.com, and now I've been running around telling people about native bees. So I had a few sessions at native native places, and I'm telling people how they can save native bees. And you can go on my website and hear how to do a bee block.
Oh, all right.
And it's wonderful. It's been
thank
fun.
you so much for being here today. We're looking forward to your guests. All right, to your left, my boy, Dustin Alliano, owner of Superior Fitness and Wellness. How you doing, big dog?
Hey.
Woo! Dustin!
How are you doing, Erica?
Doing good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I miss
it's
being
so funny
here.
because I see two exhausted teen athletes out there. I mean, they're just like drinking a lot. They're hydrating.
Absolutely.
So I'm saying, oh, you must have been seeing Dustin today.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having Jay Kelly at the gym today, and I want to thank you so much for having him
welcome.
come on over.
Yeah, no. Is he any good? So can we just rust him when he comes in here or no?
You know, he's definitely...
quit?
No, he didn't quit.
Did he throw up?
He didn't throw up.
No, he didn't throw up and he didn't quit.
He didn't do it right.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. I like that. That's all right.
No, he's a very respectful young man, and he's got a lot to learn about his body, but his heart's in it.
Nice.
And that's what's most important. But Thursday, he may
Oh, there you
have
go.
to make a trip because
I'll
that
pay
one's
you.
a little more endurance-based.
I'm just kidding. Hey, so you've expanded, so talk about that. We got a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Studio B's been open now for a couple of months, and it's off to a good start. It's a slow start, and I'm reminding myself of when I opened up Studio A, and that things don't happen overnight. I'm very particular in who I want to have over there.
Right.
I'm at that point where I can do that now.
Right.
And good people, they come to you when the time is right.
Right.
And so fortunately, I'm not in a financial position where it's killing me having that side without being busy all day long.
Right.
And I like being able to go over there because the energy is so different where I can accommodate my clients' needs. If they come in and they're not ready for an endurance circuit, I can take them over to Studio B where the energy is a lot calmer.
Nice.
And we can do what needs to be done over there.
Nice. Dustin Alliano, put your hands together. What you do for kids, Dustin, honest to God, giving them a place, and all of the gifts that God has given you, because you just take anybody that walks in that gym. You know what I mean? I mean, your gym is just, it's really a slice of life. I mean, you've got the kids that are the Division I athletes, and you got kids that just, are struggling with just life per se. Right. And like you had said, that you really gravitate to those kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I'm very fortunate in my field where, I choose to not focus on the physical, but I run a gym. And some people, they don't really understand that in the beginning, but it comes very clear after 5 or 10 minutes of training there that, this is about my whole person, not about how I look or if I can run faster.
Right.
It's just, I'm very blessed. I have a lot of opportunities, like you said, to work with a lot of different people, not just athletes, not just people with depression, not just people with autism, but all of them. And I can even group them together and make it harmonious. It's great.
Well, my kids have been with you since the beginning, and having their dad in San Diego, and he's a very important part of their life. But the distance, so I have to surround. I have to pick and choose males that I want to be involved with. So, anyway, we've got to my right, but we've got to go. Isn't that great? I gave you 5 seconds to say hi, huh? Josie McCoy.
It's just little old me.
Okay, and listen, we're going to take a break because it's go time.
Let's do it.
So we'll be back with more. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Stay tuned for more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. And Josie McCoy, where else are we?
The internet, surprise! TeenSportsRadio.com.
Sweet.
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I don't know what else there is out there, but we're probably on it.
Woo! Josie, you nailed it! I love that.
Thank you.
All right, we got to make this one quick and short. We're going to jump right over to Joan. Joan, your guest, Bruce, is in the house. How you doing, Bruce?
I'm fabulous. Thank you so much.
There you go. You like that microphone? Nice.
I like the big red microphone.
There you go. It's
Makes
cute,
me feel
huh?
official.
All right. Joan, you have a couple questions.
Yeah, Bruce started out as a self-publishing author, and now he is a bestseller and being published by Disney, HarperCollins, and Scholastic. So let's find out how you did this.
All right. A lot of hard work. I'm sure all of you guys who are involved in sports, it's not just about having the will, but it's about having the discipline, too. And I self-published a book, scraped together money with my best friend. We published this thing in Hawaii. It was really popular. And then on the day it came out, I got laid off from my job. And I realized I was at a choice point. I could either go back into the corporate world, let them place me somewhere else, or I could explore the world of children's books. So I decided to do that, and I started self-publishing. Meanwhile, I am sending out stories to all the publishers on the planet, and I collected rejection letters like you would not believe.
Wow.
Usually form rejection letters.
Yes.
And I did this for about 8.5 years. Yeah, I could have wallpapered a room with it. But finally, at a conference, I met this agent. I saw him speaking, and I said, he's not your usual high-pressure agent. I bet this guy would like my kind of stuff. So I waited till his talk was done. I thought I'd walk up to the front and introduce myself. Turns out half the audience of 1,200 people had the same idea. So I go up to him, and by the time I reach him, he's going down for the third time. He's surrounded by all these people, and I say, "Can I send you something?" And he said, "Yes!" And he flipped me a card over these people's heads. I took it, sent him some stories, and within 3 months, I had a 3-book deal for my first series, Chet Gecko Private Eye. And I've just kept going since then.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous series. Fabulous books.
Thank you.
Okay, can you tell us a little about the new one, School for Spies? That was really fun to read.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
A lot of surprises.
A lot of surprises. Well, like many people, I was a James Bond fan from the word go. Just loved those movies. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we combined a little James Bond with a little Oliver Twist? So you have these young orphans, and they're being trained to become spies. And that's the essence of it. It's a really fun, fast-paced thing. I'm passionate about hooking reluctant readers. That's the people I want to reach, because you got to have a strong body and a strong mind.
Hey, Bruce, are they on audio?
Not yet. The Chet Gecko books are on audio, but the Spies books, not yet.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
That's cool. You're thinking of listening during your workout?
Exactly.
There you go.
How did you get into children's books? Well, not children's books, but versus writing for an older audience?
I think I'm still 12 years old.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. It's the stories that come to me.
You were you an avid reader, or didn't you like to look at books when you were younger?
Oh, man. I was your classic reluctant reader. I was glued into the TV. I mean, finally, the thing that broke that was we had a really sad event happen in our house that we still call the day the TV died.
That's so funny.
It croaked over, and my parents were too poor to buy a new TV, so they said, "We're going to read to you from books." And I said, "Oh, great."
Oh, wow.
But it turned out they got the right books, they hooked me, and that's when I got the bug of wanting to be a writer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, we got a lot more, but let's take another break. 120 seconds, we'll be back, all right? This is Erica Sala, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with Bruce Hale after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show, and I am your host, Erica Salter, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in
Every single Tuesday.
9 a.m. right after the news. And Josie McCoy, where else are we?
I got it right the first time.
Come on.
Teensportsradio.com on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Woo! Nailed it! She's so awesome. If any of you out there just joined us right now, we're very blessed having Bruce Hale on board here, author, famous author. We just don't have anybody else but famous here, right, Dr. D? And you said you had a question, Dr. D. What do you have for Bruce?
I am curious as to, I know that primarily they're written for young readers, but I'm curious as to how you, if this is even a part of your mindset, raise the bar when it comes to, say, the educational level of the books that you're writing in terms of using big words, proper punctuation, et cetera, those kinds of things, so that when young people are reading, they're reading something that has been created in a proper format?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I actually don't write for kids in that I don't dumb things down at all. Okay. I just use my normal vocabulary. I make things as wacky as I can because I know kids love humor. And I make things as active as I can because reluctant readers need action to hook them in. And so I don't really dumb things down at all. I give them words they're not going to understand except by context, and I like kids to continue learning while they're having fun.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Nimita, you had a question?
Yeah, Walt Disney.
Good pal of mine, yeah.
Yes. I am so impressed by the way Walt Disney is addressing stories now, to address Richard's comment on, how do you adapt it to children, to facilitate children. But I'm noticing that most of these movies are made more for adults. Is that true? The Walt Disney movies?
Well, I actually don't work in the movie section, but here's my perception of it. Good stories work on more than one level.
Yeah.
And when I write my Chet Gecko mysteries and also the School for Spies books, I'm writing jokes in there that the kids are going to get, and then there's some that only the adults or the librarians, the parents reading to them are going to get.
Right.
So I think it's imperative to work at two different levels.
Yes.
And plus, as the kids get older, they reread the book, they'll get the joke they didn't get before.
Right.
It's kind of like the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons.
Precisely. Yeah.
And as I grew up, I still love watching those, and the Fractured Fairy Tales and Sherman and Peabody and so forth, because there are sort of, in a manner of speaking, it's sort of inside jokes to adults that most kids probably won't get. Mm-hmm. But there was also still a certain level, an undercurrent of education there.
Always. Yeah. And the trick is to slip it in with the entertainment so they don't realize they're learning something.
Yeah. I'm curious.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I was just curious. So what's your writing rate? A book takes you roughly how long?
Depends on the length of it. Like this year, I've already written 3 picture books and one novel.
You wrote a picture book. Please explain.
Yes. Well, picture books, as you know, are words plus pictures. And the words are only half of it. So you write a picture book, it's only about 500 words. Mm-hmm. However, it's like writing haiku. Every word counts, has to be in the right place, have the right rhythm. So it takes longer than you think, but you can still bang out quite a few of them in a year.
Done a pop-up yet?
Not yet. Working on it. Maybe one with a little Ayurvedic cuisine in it. Maybe a smell-o-vision book.
The spices.
There you go.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that, because I'm a real lover of books, in this electrical age, okay, do I go to the book? Do I go to the Kindle? Do I go to the audio? I mean, what's happening for people? What do you find out there? Are people still loving to hold the book in their hands?
Yeah, for children's books, still the print book is the primary thing. But it's great to have a book available in all these other formats. So if some family really likes their iPad, they can do a picture book with the kid on the iPad, and the kid really enjoys it. So for me, the essence is the story rather than the form.
I really loved reading the Playing with Fire, the School for Spies. It was, I'm an adult, an older adult, and I loved it. It was, I thought, well, gee, this is for adults too, so I don't want our listeners to think it's a kid's book. But tell me, what do the kids say about your books? Have you gotten any feedback?
Oh, yeah. I've gotten lots of great feedback from kids. It's actually one of the most rewarding parts about this job. I actually brought a couple of very brief little fan letters I get off the internet, because I have a piece on my website which is how to write a story. And whoever searches for that term will find it. And I've gotten kids, adults, people from around the planet who are learning how to write a story because of my website. And they also like the books. So here's one from a 9-year-old who says, I love the Chet Gecko books. I bet even my grandfather would love them, and he's dead.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great. And so that's like one end of things. But on the other end, I got a letter from a sophomore in high school who said, I took a look back at the books that have made me the reader I am today, and your Chet Gecko books molded me. In the 5th grade, they were the few I read. So this is more of a thank you letter than anything else. Because if not for your books, I would not have read To Kill a Mockingbird, Merchant of Venice, and Of Mice and Men.
Oh,
So
that's a high compliment.
That is a really high compliment. I have helped create a reader.
Those are one of my 3 favorite books, too.
There you go.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
Yeah, I need to read your stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Add that to your list.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it'll inspire you to take those volumes that you have written and put it in a book.
Oh, gosh, I was going to ask you that. What's the best advice you can give me since I'm about to embark on publishing a recipe book with short stories?
Promote the heck out of it.
Oh, more work.
Yeah, that's it.
Why don't you just come out here every week?
Hey, what a thought! Maybe get on a radio show and talk to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
70,000.
Nobody listens to us though.
that's the key with self-promotion. With self-publishing, you have to self-promote. That's the only way to get it out
Hey,
there.
Bruce, thank you
Yeah.
so much for being here today.
Oh, it's totally
you
my
are
pleasure.
invited back anytime. Joan Calder. That was a home run, Joan. I like that guess. Thanks. Wonderful. Thank you so much. We've got to take a break. It's go time. This is Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. We'll be back with more after these messages. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teen. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. All right, in the house we have 2 stud athletes, and they're all looking at their wonderful Teen Sports Radio gift. And, of course, I picked out 2 X's because these are big boys we have in the house. Jake Keily and Chandler Schmitt. Put your hands together. Woo! All right, we're going to start off with Dustin Alliano because I think he saw one of them today. Hey, Dustin!
Hey, Erica. Yeah, I got a chance to work with Jake, and the kid's phenomenal. For one, he did what he said he was going to do and show up.
Woo!
A lot of people say they're going to come to the gym, but then they get cold feet last minute. But he walked in there. He had the confidence he needed, and he's a very respectful young man, and he works really hard.
Nice. His dad's going to like to hear that. Yeah, you like that, huh, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, your dad's going to be coming up to stand at my house on Saturday, so he's going to want the full lowdown, okay, in print, so we can see the whole thing. I'm just kidding. How you doing, Jake? Good?
Pretty good. How about you, Erica?
I'm doing fine. Who's your favorite mom in Santa Barbara?
Erica Salda.
Thank you. Who makes the best sweet potato pancakes?
Erica Salda.
Thank you. Oh, I love
They're
Jake.
really good.
I know. It's so funny. He comes over with his buddies, and it was great because it was one of those nights where, all of the St. Raphael Bishop people left for going to school. The house is finally spick and span, immaculate. I'm jumping in the shower, and I hear... I'm like, as soon as I heard the door knock, I'm, oh no, and then I'm just watching. And they're all over 6'3". Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, you hungry? You could just see it in their face, right? And then luckily, the next person that walks in was Dominique, and she starts rifling through the refrigerators, and then we put a pretty nice meal, huh?
Yeah, it was really good.
You just
it's free
basically,
too.
yeah, it was leftovers. It was good. We have good leftovers.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So, how did you like working with Dustin? Seriously,
It was amazing, really. Like
Yeah?
I felt a great burn, and like it was just crazy doing a whole bunch of different circuits.
nice. Okay, so some people might not realize that you've actually been on the show before.
Yeah.
Okay, so you graduated from high school. What high school did you go to?
Quartz Hill High School.
Okay, you're a pitcher.
Right.
Okay, we hooked up because we were playing on the same scout team, John and yourself. And then it was so funny because when I first saw you, I'm like, I just went, wow, okay? And I didn't know your parents were behind me. So I'm going off about this kid. Where is he from? Whatever. Your parents are like being mice in the back, okay? I know it's hard to believe with your dad, okay? Because he's me times 10. All right. So they finally let it out who they are. And I don't know. We have this... I don't know. We have the spiritual thing you and I going on. I mean,
Right.
I just know you. It's just like, you just know somebody. He's just a kid like you, okay? All right? You just know them. You just like knowing them forever. So Well, of course, we're friends on Facebook. Okay, unlike you. Okay, Josie McCoy. But you're up at CC right now. You're going to be pitching, and you got to get used to the climate, and you got to get used to the academia, right? You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to do that.
Of course.
Okay, because you've got to go. Plan B, run to my house. No, get in trouble. Just say because I have an extra room. I'm just saying. All right. So who did you bring with you today?
I brought Chandler Schmitt from Agora High School.
Chandler Schmitt. Woo! How you doing, Chandler?
I'm great. How are you?
Okay. So what position?
Pitcher as well.
Oh, that's okay though.
We got to tear it up this summer. Righty. We were on the same scout ball team, so all summer it was me and Jake just lighting these kids up.
So the D-Race?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Love Andy. Love those guys. Awesome. She does my hair. Just saying. She actually does. So what do you like about Jake? Let's just get dirt.
We're the same person. We're both pitchers, so realistically, we are very, very obnoxious people around the house, so it's great. We all get along. We all love video games, love baseball, and it all just works out around the house.
Nice. All right, so what the goals? Of course, get on the team, but even red shirt wouldn't be a bad deal.
Well, from there, it's just academically do well, hopefully transfer to a good establishment, and train and get somewhere bigger and better.
So in 2 days, you're going to be ready for the big, workout at Superior Fitness and Wellness, right?
Of course.
All right, because he's right here. He's grabbing the mic.
I'm so happy to hear that, Chandler, because after seeing Jake and then meeting you, it's going to be a perfect fit.
So, Dominique, you had a question.
Yeah, describe a little bit of the circuit training that you have these guys do, because when John comes back, he's sweaty, he's hot, he's worn out.
Well, one thing, it's ever changing, and that's to create muscle confusion. A lot of these guys in sports, it's a double-edged sword. They generally stick with the same routine over and over and over and over again, which is good to create the muscle memory, and it's good that they can see gains from doing the same exercises. But your body breaks down, and it needs variation. It needs a new stimulus for it to continue to adapt and change. And we target the nervous system because it's always going to be something new. I'll stick with a routine for a little bit. For instance, Jake came today where I had just made a transition from a 5-minute to a 2-minute isometric circuit. The isometric is a great way of increasing your strength, the isometric contractions, while minimizing, as we said before, there's almost 0% chance of injury. It's what physical therapy will do a lot of times, isometric muscle contractions when you're coming off an injury, but there's no reason to stop, or there's no reason to wait until you get injured to do that. You can continue to train that way to maintain your strength, and in fact make great strength gains without getting too bulky and stiff.
That's excellent. I actually have a couple of clients who spend a lot of time in an office, and I teach them some isometrics so that they hold their stomach in while they're moving the mouse.
Right. We do. Everyone does this. Doctors will do it. Physical therapists will do it. We teach to do it. So why not take athletes and do that? To me, it's
Erica, I thought isometrics, imagine me, I thought it was some protein shake that
It probably is. It probably is with all that's out there.
Introducing Nimita's new isometric
protein shake.
I'm not familiar that much with baseball, but we went to a game a month ago, and I just love watching the pitcher because they have this little routine, and I was trying to do it, and my husband laughed. You take the ball and you put your foot up and then you throw. Maybe someday you can show me how to do that because I just can't get it. I can't get it. How did you learn that?
It actually just took years and years of practice watching our favorite pitchers, and just a lot of it's just repetition, and if you change something the slightest bit, it could be devastating to your body.
Yeah, if you change one little, tweak a little thing, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Then I started from a different standpoint because I was a catcher at first and going straight to pitching after that.
You outgrew the position.
Yeah. Yeah, from Erica, I changed into a pitcher and it was so different. I was so wild and everything. Then I got really used to it over time.
Well, your movement is just different. You know what I mean? And I just always, and I think your mindset is a pitcher's mindset. And I look at it, you work, every 3 days and you make millions. I mean, hello. And, as your financial advisor.
Not a bad career.
It's not a bad career at all. So, Jake, you started, like you said, late pitching. So you did pitch in high school, your senior year especially, correct? Because your team went far in the playoffs.
Yeah, we got to quarterfinals, and I just closed for the team, and it was really exciting.
Nice. And that's different than starting like on scout teams.
Right. Starting and closing is a whole different mindset, because starting you can just work for a whole lot of innings, and for closing you just go out there one inning, you just throw it all out there for a couple of pitches, and that's it.
Right. It's got to be really hard for you, because the 3 or 4 games that I see that you've gone to, especially at the UCSB, which I really enjoyed because I screamed it out because I knew what you were going to do, and that's hit the ball over the fence. So when you have power like you do, and then I think I did that too down in what was that, Camarillo or whatever like
both,
this.
Yeah,
I did, because I stand up and I'm a figure. Okay, I had a bigger figure back then too. So when I stand up and I point yard, and then thank God he did it, because I would have looked pretty damn silly, doing the little point thing. But you did. You hit it out of the game down.
Whenever you come to a game,
I didn't care if you hit my car. By the way,
Yeah.
it was. I just bought it, so it was nice. It's a little expensive, but it's all right. But it was worth it. You heard,
of course.
Woo, 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 woo. At least I knew the alarm worked. So that was nice. So what are you going to do if you had to decide those series? Because you're a great pitcher, but you got a bat. So what do you want to do?
That's a hard decision. I kind of want to do both, like best of both worlds, like start one game, then just designate a hit for the rest, because I don't play the field, and Daryl knew that when I played scout ball. He just laughed when I tried to play the field if I tried to like field the ball or anything. So I just like hitting and pitching, and that's it. But if I had to like really decide one, I'd probably be a pitcher.
Yeah.
But
Fun.
hitting's a lot of fun, though. I just hit batting practice because that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you let it. I mean, when you wind up, I mean, that's what I like. Do you have that pitcher's mindset? You give it all. I mean, I've never seen. I mean, your bat speed is amazing. I can't wait till they clock it, because that's the first thing I'm going to do is clock your bat speed. I'd be impressed. I'm not going to be surprised at it. I mean, you're at a very high level right now. So, Chandler, do you like to hit, or are you just like this?
I used to love hitting until people started throwing a lot harder and the ball started moving. Then they just threw me on the mound and left me there.
Oh, no. That's so funny. All right, we got another closeout sign. This is Erica Sald. We're going to be back in 120 seconds. Stay tuned. We have one more segment. We are back, and this is the Santa Barbara Teen Sports Radio Show. I am your host, Erica Salda, the Queen of Teens. Please tune in every single Tuesday at 9 a.m. right after the news. Oh, everybody in the world knows where we're at, so that is a Teen Sports Radio Network, right, Josie?
Absolutely.
Josie. Okay, you got 2 nice-looking guys to your right, okay? Can you stop fiddling? Can you, start being part of the interview process, all right? Because I can just feel the energy, okay?
Her eyes are sparkling.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't contain it sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Nimita, I know you want to make one quick announcement.
Yes, Erica. I know that we're working on offering a cooking class as part of for the fundraiser. So I'll let you announce that when we actually put it together. But in the meantime, anybody looking for opportunities to work with the food that I've been talking about, we are looking for volunteers who want to get their community hours at our food truck or at our kitchen at the Earl Warren Showground. We're also doing the dog show. So that's a great opportunity at the Earl Warren for young teens to hang out with all kinds of puppies and dogs and and nurture people that come from all over the states. And then if they're over 21, you're welcome to apply for a job, a paid one, also at both of those locations.
Nice.
And they can contact me at 805-259-6594. And maybe we can post something on the Facebook page for this opportunity too.
Yeah, no worries.
Awesome.
Nimita's Cuisine. Thank you, Nimita.
Thank you.
Woo! All right. So back to the boys. All right, let's talk about dirt on pitching. Okay, my sons are catchers, and they had specific signs. Okay, for specific players. So I'm not saying that you've never done this. Okay, but if you wanted to kind of like shave the batter a little bit, to like gain control, of your plate, especially if he's a crowder. So how do you address that? Let's just talk about it.
For all catchers, it's different.
Yeah.
When I used to catch, I used to like put a whole bunch of fingers down, or like put like they'll slit your throat, something like that.
Yeah.
Like straight towards the pitcher, and then the pitcher would know what to do. Or just talk to it before.
My oldest son used to use the biggest digit on his hand and just single that one down.
That's what
See, I was trying to say that politely without saying that.
Yeah, that was the warning sign. Right
I get it now.
Saying, no, I love that because that's just part of the game. But it's just like nobody's out except just gaining control of the situation. I can't stand it when batters really like pretty much sitting on the plate.
Yeah, they try to take over your plate. Our catcher, he would throw down the middle finger every time, and that's when it's coming straight at him.
Exactly. No, seriously. Dominique, you had a question. Let's talk about nutrition. Dominique, what do you want to know?
Well, I was wondering, with all your practice and everything, what's the thing that you're really hungry for the most?
Chicken, a lot of chicken, a lot of meat, chicken breast, lean food, something that's not gonna pack on like the wrong kind of weight, just something that's gonna like refuel us after practice and games.
Nice.
I just like pure protein. I don't care what it is.
Yeah,
I'll just
anything.
If it's healthy, I'll eat it.
So do you do a lot of carbs, or do you just try to stay with meat and vegetables?
A lot of meat and vegetables, but carbs usually they just come from like healthier carbs like oatmeal, a lot of quinoa, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Hearing you speak about really healthy food is so fantastic.
So my question is are you coming to City College for this is your first year?
Yes.
Okay, because I was talking with John the other night, and he was saying that how you can't puke on the field, like the coaches don't like that, you have to puke in the trash cans.
Yeah.
But I was just curious, what do you guys do to prepare for this Hell Week and puking?
Well, it's not like Hell Week. We heard it's kind of like Hell Fall.
Yeah,
Fall
a little bit
horrible.
longer.
So I don't really know yet. Like when I went to Dustin today, I kind of ate a little too like late before I went to go. And I felt like throwing up from so much core work. But I'll probably just eat like a protein bar that Erica gets me, or
that's so nice.
That's probably it.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Oh, that's hard. I like fresh green beans.
It's gotta be broccoli. Definitely broccoli.
The Superman. So nice.
I love broccoli.
What happened to the spinach?
The spinach is all right. You just have to cook it properly.
Yeah,
Like my dad doesn't cook it great at all. It tastes horrible.
How was the transition though? Like being from mommy, daddy, waking you up, making sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Now you're on your own. Like, what's the one thing that you maybe took advantage of or for granted?
My parents waking me up for sure, but I got Jake waking me up now. So
oh, there you go. Oh, sweet.
Slap him and he wakes up.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. For me, it's kind of hard because my parents always told me what to do really independently. I guess when I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking and I'm just laying on the couch watching like Netflix and I'm really tired from working out and I'm just like, oh, Mom, Dad, can you cook me something? Now I have to do it all by myself. It's really pain.
Oh, that is so funny because I know your mom, and man, that woman could bust out in the oven. She bakes.
Oh,
She bakes amazing.
My sister's worse than her. She's too good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Both. Wow. And your dad's a great cook.
Yeah, he just cooks. He doesn't bake at all.
Yeah. Well, he got mad because I did all the queuing. I'm like, single mom. We know how to queue.
He was so confused when he did that.
I was just like, oh. And it was amazing, too.
Yeah, it was really good, especially that barbecue sauce.
See, that's it. So, Dominique, you had a question.
Well, so tell me what kind of classes you're going to be looking forward to taking.
The PE class, which is baseball. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
So all the other classes I just have to take for general ed so I can transfer.
Did you say English or biology?
No.
Maybe English. I love English. Math, not so much, but English is definitely a good one.
See, I don't take math until spring, and I like math a lot. I don't know I'm really good at math, but I guess I enjoy it, but I don't really like it at all. It's weird.
Yeah, classes, just from my first year, I can say that classes are relatively hard, but they're not super hard. The hardest part is going to class. So make sure you go to class. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting balancing college with baseball, I think.
Well, you're blessed because you don't live far, so you don't have to worry about
like a 5-minute
parking.
walk.
Yeah, we walk straight up that hill and we're there.
Yeah, like there's like I don't know how many thousands and thousands of kids go, but they have like maybe a fraction of parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
So yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, we're really blessed that you guys are going to CC, and I only wish the best for you. It's a powerhouse team, and just never take it for granted, and never think it doesn't matter what the coach says to you or whatever, because once that season starts, he's going to morph, because basically, he relies on you. That keeps him at his job. So it's a job. It's a business. So you got to look at it like that's not a high school coach putting an arm around you. I mean, honestly, no. It's kind of like you got to man up really fast, and do not be in shape. I mean, honestly, that would be not good. So,
what's your favorite cheer? What do you want to hear from the people in the audience? Go or I
don't know. I never really pay attention to that except Erica's loud voice.
See? That's right.
I think I really hear.
That's right.
That makes me laugh.
That's right.
Everything else, I kind of just blur out after a while because I'm so used to it.
Right. You're paying attention to the ball coming at you.
Well, yeah, when we're pitching, usually we're taught just to not react to anything, just be up there and stay completely focused on everything. But even during summer ball, we have players on our team who are just so loud and obnoxious, and it's the greatest.
It's really
the
relaxing.
stuff they throw out there is so funny, and it just relaxes you up there.
Yeah, I pay attention more to my own team talking than the crowd.
All right. Guess what? We're getting crowded out now. This is Erica Calder, the Queen of Teen. We love Santa Barbara. Stay tuned for more next week. God bless. Please tune in and join us next Tuesday at KZSB AM 1290 at 9:06 a.m. when we will go behind the scenes with the local students, athletes, coaches, parents, volunteers, and all other teen sports supporters. This is all brought to you by ePro Insurance Agency, leader in gift planning and wealth preservation since 1983. So please follow along and support our student athletes by reading the Santa Barbara News Press, and then join me, Erica Calder, the Queen of Teen, Dr. Dugan, my co-host, friends, teens, every week on the Santa Barbara News Press radio station.
Nothing's gonna ever bring you down. You're the best around. Nothing.